What is up, everybody? It's Dr. Vibe, host, producer of the award-winning Dr. Vibe show. As always, I like to say you're blessed, highly favored, a magnet for miracles, and you're a solution for someone's problem. I'm also a certified empowerment coach. I am excited again because I have two friends back on the show, and the first time they came on, they were such a hit and they were so much fun. But then I got disappointed because they came to Toronto where I live and I didn't get a chance to see them.
Yeah, that was a quick trip.
It was a quick trip, but you know what? They add light wherever they are and wherever they go.
Aw, how nice.
So I have Jenny Triplett with us, and Rufus will be joining us momentarily. But if we had 3 hours, that's what we would need, but we don't got 3 hours. But they have been on the conversation piece before, and I'm looking forward to this so much because it's been a while since they've been on, and they always are doing so much, and they have done so much. So welcome to the Dr. Vibe conversation. Jenny Triplett, soon to be joined by Rufus Triplett. How are you, Jenny?
I am fair for a square and happy to be back on the show. You know, we always have a good time.
Yeah, well, you always bring good times and good thought process to the conversation. And one of the things that, if you didn't read their bio, they were voted in 2012 Ebony Magazine Couple of the Year.
Right.
Yeah, and they've got a great story that I don't think we're going to get to all of here today, but let me put it this way. I will have them back, or follow them on Twitter, follow them on Facebook, and I know that Jenny and Rufus will talk about a great book they released a little while ago about marriage and relationships also that has had nothing but a positive impact. So like we always do on the Dr. Vibe show, can you share a little background about yourself?
Sure. Not to, as my husband say, drag the resume through the door. We have been married 26 years, going on 27 years, and we were honored as Ebony Magazine Couple of the Year in 2012, pretty much from our community work. We started, and you came to know us with our community work, which is working with inmates and their families. We have a magazine that we publish, Prison World Magazine. You guys can go to prisonworld.info and find all the information there. And we've been publishing that going on almost 10 years now. And we're one of the few couples that you see that work together and work towards this issue. And fighting the mass incarceration issue is huge. And it's not just rhetoric, something that we put out and something that want to be on a platform, but we're really grassroots involved in the prison system. We're Georgia certified prison volunteers. We actually go into the prisons. We're hands-on with the inmates. We speak with the inmates. And when Ebony brought that honor, wow, it just took us in like a whole different direction. It put a spotlight on our marriage. And we thought everything was okay in the marriage hood because we were good in the hood, you know, in our little bubble. And, you know, going on 20 years of marriage through thick and thin, for better or for worse, and striving to maintain a marriage. But then when we got out there on the marriage platform, we found that it's not good in the hood. It's awful in the hood. It's crumbling. It's crippling. It's the foundation is just about gone, you know, in the hood. So we felt we needed to do something with that. So we wrote a book, Surviving Marriage in the 21st Century. It's available on Amazon. We didn't know, okay, we're new to the book game. Yes, we publish a magazine, but the book game is totally different. And it's not like we came out with urban fiction. It's not like we have all these credentials behind our names and everything, and we're coming out as these certified doctors or therapists or anything. And we just wanted to give our viewpoint because, you know, we made 20 years. You know, I don't have to be a certified relationship therapist to give you information on how to make it to 20 years because guess what? I'm there. A lot of therapists coming out of school are not even married. You know, they're giving you information that they have learned or from research or something like that. And I'm giving you experience. So there's a difference between knowledge and application. You can have all the knowledge in the world, the application is totally different. So we not only have the knowledge, but we also have applied it. So we have application as well. And we're also trying to fill in the holes. So not knowing what was going to happen with the book, like who are we, who's going to read the book, and everything. Yes, we were honored by Ebony, but that doesn't make you superstar status. Just because you're in a magazine. We're not on a reality TV show. We're not one of those reality TV stars or, anything like that. But little did we know, we put the book out and it stayed on the bestsellers list. It was a bestseller. It stayed on the bestsellers list. This was February of 2013. Stayed on the bestsellers list. Yeah. Stayed on the bestsellers list, took us across the country. We did 16 cities that first year in 2013 and shared it with our social media. Every time you guys look up, we were somewhere, said, where are you guys going this time? We were in 16 cities doing marriage workshops and couples talks and marriage talks, and everybody wanted to know, what's the secret? How'd you guys do it? What is going on? We had no idea. That was 2013. 2014, not knowing the book game, because we think in the shelf life of a book, okay, we did that first year. It was great. 2014, we did 14 cities. We're still traveling. We're still on tour doing book signings and across the country and everything. And at this point, our book is getting international recognition, so much so that it came to the attention of TLC. So we ended up doing a special for the TLC network about 25 years of marriage. They did a special for our 25th wedding anniversary. And then that started going around the country. We started getting tweets and Facebook posts from people saying, I'm watching you on TLC in South Africa. And we ended up doing a radio interview in South Africa. I'm watching you on TLC in Costa Rica. I'm watching you on TLC in Greece. I'm watching you on TLC in the UK. It's like, are y'all serious? is this really serious here? So that is what had happened as far as putting the marriage book out. And now, this being 2016, 3 years later, just 2 weeks ago, it was #1 on Amazon in the marriage category. 3 years later, who knew? Who knew? So,
Wow.
like I said, we were doing the prison world thing, deep in prison issues and dealing with inmates and everything, and the marriage thing just keeps rising. It's been translated into 3 other languages. The book is now in Spanish, Portuguese, and Italian. And we just went to Dubai last month. We were in Dubai doing a book signing. Yes, we were in Dubai, and we've got requests from 2 other countries. We've got requests to come to the UK, and I don't know if you ever heard of the very famous place, Rumi's Tavern or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah, Rumi's Tavern. Yeah, we're supposed to be going there. Hopefully it works out for September. And we're also someplace in South America. We have to do a central, because there's too many countries in South America to try to try to get to those countries. But the Spanish, the Spanish version of the book is doing very well as well. And then of course we continue to crisscross, the U.S. with what we're doing. Just last weekend weekend before last we were in Oklahoma City. And a couple weeks ago, we were in, I lose track because we go so many places. We were in New Orleans, and where we else? Where were we before that? I lose track. There's just so many places for our schedule. But you guys can keep up with us via social media at Rufus and Jenny on Twitter, and our website, rufusandjennytriplett.com. I always try to, post our events and where we're going to be. So if you sign up for the RSS feed, it always pops up and tells you where we're going to be. But we tend to be a lot of places.
I'm just glad we got 45 minutes.
Yeah. We got to come back to Toronto, right?
Absolutely. Well, you know what? One of the challenging things having you on the platform is that you do so much. But one of the best things is you do so much, and you have you've chosen our avenue tonight about marriage. So let's delve down about marriage, what you've seen out there. When you've gone to all these countries, seen all different races of people when it comes to marriage, do you hear common questions or challenges people ask you and your husband about when it comes to marriage?
You know what? I once we finish probably going to these different countries this year, I'm probably going to do like a blog post on frequently asked global questions, because
Yeah.
no matter how different our environments are, our countries are, where we are in the world, a lot of times we have common issues. And there's common issues, and that's the standpoint that we wrote the book from. It's not this doctoral study or this religious monologue or anything. It's the general principles of marriage that people tend to have issues with and can't seem to work out or get over. Infidelity, believe it or not, is a big thing that comes up. And I just did a shout out to Kobe and his wife today, Kobe Bryant from the LA Lakers that just retired, because, he went through a huge issue where he had that rape case. And, she threatened to leave him. She stood by his side and she threatened to leave. He bought the 4-carat diamond ring, and said, baby, please, baby, baby, please, he's begging, to stay. And that every marriage doesn't make it through that. Now not every husband can purchase a 4-carat diamond ring and say, baby, baby, please. They can do some baby, baby, pleases and maybe buy a pizza, but it doesn't happen that way. So infidelity is like huge around the world. Another common issue is Facebook, social media, things, posting things on social media that you shouldn't necessarily post on social media, that shouldn't be there, or having issues with someone posts. It's like the trust and communication thing that comes up. One week on Facebook, the week we went to New Orleans, we were overwhelmed with people with marriage issues. 12-year marriages, 3-year marriages, 48-year marriages, a number of marriages with people having issues with their marriages. It's like no one was exempt. I don't know if it was something in the wind, something in the stars, something in the water, but you know what I'm saying? It was like just that whole week we're getting hit up, sister, you got a minute? Can I talk to you? Or whatever. It was like so much was going on. It's like, what is really going on that you guys are having so many issues? Everybody at the same time, is having issues. And one thing that we always say, my husband and I always says, is that this issue didn't come up. It's something that's been there that you did not deal with, decided not to deal with, brushed off to the side, and now all of a sudden it's just done hit ahead, and now you want to deal with, now you want to talk about it, and now you want to explode, over it. So yeah, that was the situation, and we're trying to get people to understand that you need to talk about the little things at the time when it's happening before it goes way overboard and gets into something that it should not be. So we do a lot of
very
that.
good point. Yeah, and I always say to people, it's the little things that make or break. It's not the big things.
Yes.
There's always those little things, and dealing with things in real time. Don't let them fester and grow up.
Yes. And we tie our marriage platform into when we go and speak in prisons. On any given day, we could walk into a prison and speak to about 80 to 100 inmates. If they open it up to the whole population, it'd be 200 to 300 that we get. If they open it up and say that anybody could, that we're just giving a general talk and not a talk on religion or something like that. I mean, one prison we had everybody. We had 1,700 people. So we can go in there and also talk about marriage, because guess what? A lot of those men behind the wall are married too. So when you talk about trying to survive a marriage when someone is incarcerated, that brings up so many other issues. So many other issues. And if anyone knows the environment behind the wall, it's tough. I mean, it's a tough thing because you not only have to magnify and explore your marriage or issues maybe possibly that you're having in your marriage, but then you have to realize what one person is dealing with, the person that's behind the wall, and then the person that's waiting for you to come out. So it brings up so much. People love it. You know, we kind of make people open enough where they can share. Now, some things, Dr. Biden, we don't want to know. You know, a lot of times people share a little bit too much information. We don't want to know all of that. But I guess, I guess with our style and how we do things, people really feel comfortable in doing that. And it's just overwhelming sometimes, you know, the things that people share. But we would rather them get help, ask the question, open it up, have the conversation, than not at all. You know, and if they do it with us, that's fine. You know, if they do it with someone else, that's fine. But at least they have gotten to the point of sharing, you know, and opening up and actually saying something, that something is wrong.
Let me ask, the last 3 years, can you share with us some special moments? I know there have been so many, but can you share one or two special moments you've had over the last 3 years of just on the go, basically?
Last year, year before last, we celebrated our 25th wedding anniversary on a morning show in Virginia. It was a show in Richmond, Virginia, and we thought that was pretty cool because I don't think, first of all, not everybody makes 25 years. And then second of all, not everybody gets the opportunity to be scheduled on a morning show to actually celebrate their anniversary. So we did our 25th anniversary in 3 parts. We did a video commemorating the anniversary. My husband surprised me with this blue diamond ring. And then we did the morning show. Yeah, it was really nice. We did the morning show, and then later that week, we went on a cruise to Jamaica. So, and we had never been to Jamaica as many places. Oh, that's your spot, huh? Now,
where'd you go in Jamaica?
Ocho's Rios.
Damn.
Yeah.
What hotel? What resort?
Well, we cruised. We cruised on the Princess. We cruised on the Love Boat, the Princess cruise, the Love Boat. You know, the Love Boat. So, and had we known that the coffee was so good in Jamaica, we didn't know. We didn't know. We would have brought back more. We only brought back the 2 bags because we didn't know. But we should have known that they were selling it everywhere as soon as you stepped off the boat, that the coffee was so good. But I got to get back to Jamaica to get me some of that Blue Mountain coffee. I'm telling you. And we're both coffee drinkers. And I tell you, when we offered it to people, we was offering a smidgen, right? We get him a smidgen of coffee. Here, you can taste it. You can try. You can try the coffee. We're gonna give you a smidgen of the coffee, right? But then everybody would come back from, ooh, you got some more of that coffee. You got some more of that coffee. Look, you need to go to Jamaica. You got to get your own. Go on to Jamaica and get your own, okay? But yeah.
Blue Mountain coffee. I'm not a coffee drinker, but I know that people who drink it, it's like gold.
It is, and they were trying to give us the butter rum to go with it, but you know the rum is alcohol, and we don't do the alcohol. And I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm good. You know, but you can give me some more of that spices too. Now they had some really good spices that we picked up, some hot pepper sauce and some different things or whatever. So if we go back to Jamaica, which my husband just mentioned Montego Bay the other day, that would be 2 things. We're gonna get some coffee and we're gonna get some spices. Okay.
No problem. Well, I'll warn people and let them say, make sure you're taking care of any places that down home. That's an offline conversation because people go. The next thing you know, people say, Dr. Vibe, can you hook me up? Can you hook me up? So I'm gonna zip it right there, and we can discuss that offline. What was it like holding the first copy of that book in your hands?
Oh man, it was something that I can't even describe. That's me. That's me, my bad. I'm trying to hang it up. Wow. Okay, I'm sorry about that. That's me on my phone. Let me find it. That's got you going like in dynamics and it doesn't want to hang up. There we go. Now I got you out of there. Okay. Alrighty. Well, it was pretty special. It was pretty special, but like I said, not knowing anything about the book game, it took us into a whole different realm of having to learn. You know, I'm a researcher, so I'll get out there and I'll research and find out different things that we need to do and what needs to be done. But I just you're still amazed. You're still amazed at how people are drawn to it, the feedback that you get from it, seeing it on the charts, you know, next to these big name people, seeing it at #1. You know, it's just an amazing feeling knowing that you're just putting something out there because you wanted to have a voice. You wanted to give people some real information, some real talk, that they could actually use it as a playbook, you know, because you can go back to our book and read it and read it and read it and read it again. And we found people that have purchased multiple copies because they'll be, well, you know, I gave someone your book and I never got it back, so I need another copy.
What? So many different conversation pieces. I'm just going to let it flow here. What, after 3 years of traveling, what has it told you about your marriage?
Hold up, I'm telling my husband to come on up. Come on up. We're gonna share. We're gonna share the headphones. Okay, I'm gonna let him take this question. Come on, and I'll get the splitter. Guess who's joining us?
Yeah. Rufus is in the house.
Oh. We're live here. We are live with people. Get a splitter.
Hey, my fault.
That's all about what? You're just living life. It's all good.
Hey, man, it's her fault.
Why is it her fault?
It's always her fault, man. She don't want to admit it, but it's always her fault.
How you doing, brother?
Hey, what's up with you, man? I'm just, you know, I was just in traffic, man. I'm like, man, these people don't know how to drive out here.
You're used to it, brother.
Hey, I wish I would, man. You can't get used to this stuff. Shoot, that's like going to New York, man. I go to New York. They say you've been 1,000 times. I don't care. I can't drive in that stuff.
I need a favor from you. Can you move a little bit to your left? A little bit to your left. There we go. Beautiful.
Right.
So, as you can tell, this is the serious part of the relationship. The serious partner in the
hey, this is the serious one right here, man. I'm trying to tell you. hey, I be having to tell that quick girl, you need to quit joking so much. We trying to get some stuff done. Yeah.
Actually, on a serious note, I was asking Jenny, and she passed over the headphones to you, especially after the craziness you've been through the last 3 years, getting so many questions, giving so much thought process and sharing about marriage. What has it told you about your marriage right now after looking and hearing about so many people's marriages, many of them being challenged? What does it tell you about your marriage?
That I still got issues. That's what it tell me. It tell me I still need to work some things out. I got to work on myself.
There you go. There you go. I received that. I'll take. Actually, too, for those who don't know them, they have 3 sons. As a father, what do you think it means to you? What message do you want to share with your sons or role model to your sons about marriage based on the marriage that you and your wife have?
that I'm their best role model. Better follow what I'm doing so you can learn some things. Trying to tell you how to stay out of trouble. That's what I be trying to get them to do. No, I mean, really, yeah, you know, I mean, I try to be the best example, man. You know, don't hit your wife. Don't take your anger out when you come in the home. Don't take, you know, get your children. I mean, I really tried to do what I could. See, hey, look, why you all up in my group? I'm trying to talk to somebody here. See what I'm saying? See, I tried to tell them. I tried to show. Whoa! Hey, you gotta come here, pull the rank up in here, girl.
Yeah, give me my pretty white headphones.
Hey, you can't be pulling rank now. And to tell people something, you just messing me all up.
See how smooth I just did that? Okay.
The one that's
there
smooth.
you go.
Yeah, with you, we would have had a stop and everything else.
Girl, wasn't that smooth about that at all.
Yeah.
But look, I want to be that example. I want them, like my children, they call me. You know, one of the biggest things is like when I left home, I didn't really you know, my old dude wasn't there, so I couldn't call him or whatever. But my children are able to call me instead of calling their friends, instead of calling somebody for some ignorant advice. They call me because I'm gonna give them the real. Oh, you messing up, boy. You need to go apologize and take some flowers over there. I be telling them what's up.
There you go. Jenny, what role model or I guess example do you want to send about marriage to your sons?
Well, I mean, they've all spoken to us, saying that they feel that we are a good example of marriage.
They speak to me more than you.
And
That's right.
Okay, well then you need to answer your phone so maybe they'll stop texting me.
Oh, when I answer my phone, they call you?
Exactly.
Hey, well, you know, I try to do better.
Exactly.
It's a work in progress now.
So, but any hoo-hoo, yeah, they feel that we are a great example of marriage, and they aspire to have, you know, our example of marriage. Our second book, Surviving Parenting, we speak a lot about how things that we did with our children and how we raised our children. Like we tell people, we're not trying to tell anyone how to raise their kids, but we're telling you how we survived it, how we got through a lot of the issues as far as being a parent is concerned. And mind you, in our early years, we were in the military. We're both, you know, military veterans, and we were raising kids in a military world. That's not easy. You know, that's not something that you can just do, especially as young as we were, without a lot of conversation.
Who was raising them in the military world? I was raising them in my world.
We were still in the military. We had to buy the military a lot. There were decisions that we had to make as far as like living on base, living off base. You know, what was going to be better for our children. You know, a lot of times he would leave and go on drills and different things and leave me there.
I ain't never left my family. In my life, I ain't never left my family, woman.
You never had to go away with the military. You never had to go away with the military.
I just said I ain't leave my family.
I
ain't one of those type of people.
I'm talking about with the military. So when he would leave and go, you know, with the military, then okay, then I'm there. I'm having to be there and, you know, hustle up the kids and do everything that needs to be done.
Well, I'm glad you didn't say you was being a man while I was gone.
Oh, no.
It ain't one man up in here.
I never wanted to be the man. I don't want to be the man. Do your man thing. Do your thing.
I do my best.
Yeah.
I want to ask, and I don't know if we chatted about this the first time you were on the show and the conversation. How is it being entrepreneurs and married?
Well, you know,
I just love it so much. You know,
we did a Black Enterprise article about Married to the Boss. And it's
who the boss? Go and tell them who the boss is, girl.
You tell them who the boss is.
Go and tell them who the boss is. All right.
It's kind of a metaphor because at any given time in business, one of us is the boss. You know, someone has to make the decision. Someone has to have the final say.
Hey, boss.
And we wear.
Can I get a raise, boss?
No, not today.
I need
Not
a
today.
raise.
They wasn't a good day with receipts, so no, not today. But at any given time, someone has to make the final decision and the final say. So depending on what we're doing, if we're laying out the magazine or whatever is need to be done, he does all the design work for our magazine. So all the graphics and everything that you see and getting it technically uploaded to be published and all that. So yeah, I'm talking about you. He does all of that.
I'm not going to interrupt you. Keep on going.
But so he has final say. But as far as content, I mean, a lot of that is on me. You know, what goes in, what's written, who writes for it, who advertises in it, all of that. A lot of that is on me. So with wearing different hats, you understand your role. And we've been doing this for so long. People are like, how do you guys, get along? How do you guys do it or whatever? Because we understand.
Because you don't overstep your bounds.
Well, I don't like to
say. I draw a line right there and I said, don't step over it.
I don't like to say, like, your place. But we understand
your place.
We understand each other's responsibilities. That's what that's how we come at one another. And it was the same thing with the book. Who's gonna do what, who's gonna say what, having final say, design, drawing, or whatever. When we travel, which we're getting ready to travel this weekend, we'll be on a Cincinnati morning show Friday morning, Cincinnati, 700 WLW. You guys can listen to us live on a morning show in Cincinnati, okay? And
you doing a plug in?
I'm doing all the plugs.
Oh,
I'm getting it all
goodness.
in. I'm getting it all in. And we'll also be in Detroit Saturday. So when we travel, okay, dude, just get in the car and drive.
Who you pointing at?
Where you? Get
don't know how to tell me where to drive.
Get in the car and drive. Wear what I say wear, and just show up. That's the kind of thing,
you just want me to say yes, dear, or something?
Yeah, just show up and do you.
I ain't gonna say yes, dear next time.
Because we move around too much to be having all of these battles and conversations about who's gonna do what, who's the head of this and what.
Well, I want a little war every now and then. I like a little war.
Sometimes we get in the war.
I'm ready to go to battle.
Let us have a flat tire. We're gonna find out who's gonna battle about changing.
Yeah, I wonder who's gonna change. I changed the tire.
I'm calling USAA. Look, I'm out here. I pay way too much.
I don't need no USAA. I'm good.
Send me some roadside assistance and hey, get this bad baby done. So just knowing what each other is good at and what each other takes care of, we don't have.
Yeah, because you ain't married to no weakling. I know what I'm doing.
And I know what I'm doing. I know what I bring to the table. How about that?
I know that. I heard that. Well, you know what? One of a comrade on Blab, Danielle Booz, has joined us, and she can relate to. She just wrote her first book a few months ago, and she's such a wonderful lady, and I'm glad she's here. So Danielle, first of all, I'm sure you're enjoying the conversation, and tell them a little bit about yourself, and if you have any questions for Rufus and Jenny.
Well, I'm an entrepreneur as well. I don't have a helpmate though. I'm loving the energy between the two of you. I'm loving it.
Thank you.
See, she said about my energy. I got energy up in here.
She said between the two.
I only heard one. I only heard one.
Baby. Okay, it takes two.
So my
Go ahead.
question would be, is it a challenge to work together, live together, and be together all the time? How do you balance that?
You want to take it? You want to take it?
Oh, I know you're waiting on me. I take it though.
I'm totally waiting on you.
Well, it's not really. I mean, I love her. I love being around her.
You better. You better.
I'm gonna say the opposite then. I don't like it. It's just too much for me to go on about eye, tired of hearing, and mouth about everything. Which one you want?
That's the balance right
Which
there.
one do you want?
That's the balance. We have,
really?
We've known each other for so long. There's a lot of humor. We know when each other needs.
Well, can you be serious sometimes? Because I get tired of the humor all the time.
We know when each other needs their space. We know timing. We know when to bring things to one another. Like
we know when to shut up.
I know when to shut up. Yeah, and a lot of and I hate to put it on women. A lot of women don't understand when they're nagging someone. When it's just just like too much.
Who you tell him, baby? Tell him.
And I know when to bring the bills and talk about money to my husband.
Huh?
You know, it's just certain.
I get mute then.
It's just certain
Too
times.
many bills up in here.
Yeah, it's certain times. I'm not gonna sit up here and we're sitting here watching a dynamic story on 60 Minutes or something and be like, you know what, that bill due next week, you know, and just start having that type of conversation. It's just certain things you talk about at certain times that you lessen the stresses in your marriage.
You know, to simply answer your question, we learned each other. We learned what button not to push. You know, them buttons that everybody like to push on each other. We don't push them buttons. So as long as you don't push them buttons in your marriage or in business, you good. Ain't that right?
Oh, that's right.
We know when to shut up.
We know when to do it. Yeah.
Let me ask, and I don't know if you'll be open up, but I know you're very transparent. What has been one of the more challenging times during your marriage?
Which one? Let me see. We want to go back 4, 5, 10 years. We want to go back 15. I can go all the way back. You think you got a memory? Look. I ain't got no good memory though.
Okay. Let's see. Challenges. Kids are challenging.
Oh man, I say, hey, we had to get on the same page with them kids, bro, because they come running to daddy. I'd be like, man, go on get some. Man, you ain't tell your mama said don't do that.
Yeah, we weren't on the same page with raising our kids, so we had to get there. And a lot of times, parents have to understand there needs to be a balance with the parents. So I provide more of a nurturing,
good cop, bad cop up in here
with our kids, and my husband was a disciplinarian.
I was the good cop.
You know,
don't put me as the bad cop.
But you know, him being raised by Joe Jackson, he was a little overbearing.
Who was Joe Jackson?
You were raised by Joe Jackson. Okay?
I don't know nothing about no Joe Jackson.
He was a little overbearing for me, but I had to understand that we're raising boys to be men. So he had to take that fatherly role, you know,
boys to men.
So that they
don't sing. How it go, girl?
That's not what I said.
I thought you were finna do something.
So that they could get the understanding of what it is to be a man, because they're going to be someone's husband.
Yeah, they thought they was gonna be walking around with their pants to the ground. Pants to the ground. I'm
yeah, and we had to get on the same page with that. And I, you know, looking back on it all, I'm grateful. I'm thankful. You know that he took
can we keep this up? We disagreed about the kid. Girl, they ain't have for no whole law and order on this thing here.
Okay, see, this is the balance. I tell the story. I'm a storyteller.
Boy, show you so is.
To give you the understanding and the background. Okay.
All I'm saying is that time that you were cooking, I had some problems back then too.
He tried to give you bullet points. Okay, he tried to give you bullet points in a PowerPoint presentation.
I tried to give her a cookbook, didn't work.
And I'm just writing and telling the story. That's all. Oh, you talking about my cooking?
Huh?
So you
Girl,
married me for my cooking, right?
I love your cooking.
You know I couldn't cook.
Huh?
You knew that.
But you boiled them eggs good.
You were a chef. I'm talking to a chef in the military, but he worried about my cooking. Okay.
Oh, I was throwing down. I had to take over.
You did.
We taking over. We sure did.
You did a good job, too. You did a good job.
Didn't I?
Good job.
You got to tell me. I know what I did. I hooked my boys up too. I said, what to ask them who they want to cook around here.
Who do they want to cook around here?
They want you to cook.
Okay.
All you, baby, all you.
Thank you. Now they do, yeah.
And it's probably on, I don't know how much you've had a chance to discuss this on Blab. I know you shared about it on my podcast a number of years ago. Can you share what it was like for each one of you when, Jenny, you had to spend a little time in prison?
You want to go first?
Shoot, yeah, I'll go first.
Okay.
Man, it was hard. It wasn't that nice up in here. I did everything I could to keep my family together, period.
Yeah.
Boy, I tell you what, my hats was off to the women after that experience. I gave back the reins real quick. Hey, hurry up. I just be the father. I can't do that. That mama thing is something else. Because you got to show compassion, you know. And the women are, I think, way better at the compassion thing. Well, I'm gonna say within I am, because I got some men that was. So when she was gone, I tried to. I mean, like I took them to see her all the time, just to keep that relationship. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never want them to ever think that they was gonna ever disrespect their mama, especially in my presence. So I kept them up there. We kept the family. Tashi knew everything that was going on. They get up there, they'd be like, talking about this or that, and she'd jump in, and they're like, "Well, mama, how you know? Well, you know, I told your mama everything, boy. We finna discuss this right here." So I kind of kept it tight knit, but it was hard trying to show discipline and be compassionate at the same time, because my good cop, bad cop was gone. So I was bad cop. I was doing bad cop, good cop, but I would take them up there so they can get some of the bad cop, good cop. You know, I'm saying we still kept it going.
Right. Well, you know, I was one of the fortunate people that the only thing I really missed was my freedom. I was able to parent from prison. I called home like 7 times a day. You know,
next time you paying that bill, I ain't gonna be paying all that money to them people.
I spoke to my children frequently, so I knew what was going on in their lives. I wanted to make sure that they were emotionally okay. You know, with their,
why you thought I was being too hard?
With their mother being away and being able to handle it. I saw my children every weekend. They were there every weekend. My husband would open up visitation. He would be the first person there. You know, the guards ended up
I closed it too.
They knew my family and everything because they were like, "Wow, you really got a good one there. You could set a clock by your husband." You know.
Hey, don't depend on me.
Yeah.
I might be late one time.
So it was something that strengthened our marriage. That's why, you know, whenever we discuss it or tell people whatever, it's not, you know, a lot of people lose their marriage. It was something that actually strengthened our marriage because we knew we had to pull together. We knew we had to be, it was still that part of the balance. Even though I was away, I still provided balance for my family. You know, it was a tough situation, you know, trying to get through it. And that's why we can talk about it and we can sympathize and empathize with the people who are actually struggling with those issues being, you know, behind the wall, because who better to talk about it than someone who's actually experienced it, you know, and been through it.
Well, I mean, the biggest thing I can tell anybody as far as dealing with marriage, especially behind the wall, hey, you got to get up there. You got to keep the family. You got to keep that communication. You got to keep that. I'm saying we weren't missing the beat, man. Trust me. We really didn't miss a beat.
And our magazine started behind the wall, which I don't think a lot of people. I haven't done a lot of interviews on it. I did one like major spread in a magazine about it, but I started to see what was missing back.
I'm gonna tell you, it was almost like it was God sent, because when she got in there, she was calling back to me saying, "Hey, you need to go downtown, talk to these people about this. Hey, these people in here, they don't have this. They don't know. So what we gonna do?" So we actually started Prison World Magazine, and she used to send me her little content home. I used to put it in the newsletter all tidy and neat. And
I would handwrite it out, spending my time productively. I would handwrite it out, totally handwrite it out. I sent it home. My boys, which were in elementary and one was in middle school at the time, they would type it up. Yeah,
them type it up. They were involved.
They would format it on the computer. He would edit it, read it, and everything, and put it together. And then he would print it out, make copies, and send it in. And I could never keep a copy. It would go so fast. People would ask me on the walk, you know, you got any of those new? It started as a newsletter. So you got any of those newsletters? You know, what's the newsletter? When the next newsletter?
But the thing was with this, a lot of information that the prisoners was getting, it wasn't correct information. So they'll dial the number, it's the wrong number.
Right. And
so what we started is to make sure that they can contact whoever they can contact.
Yeah, and with me having an outside contact, because I called home like 7 times a day.
Girl, keep on reminding me of that 7 times.
I'm calling home throughout the day, so I'm getting the morning news, you know, the noon news, and I'm getting everything that's going on.
You were trying to get me to talk about shows on TV. I ain't telling you everything.
And I'm able to report that back to people, and they're like, "Jenny, how do you know this? How do you know this information?" Because I have an outside connection, you know, that I'm getting.
Other people have it, they just don't use the connection that way.
Right, in that
That's
way.
the problem, like I said, with the family and breaking up and people going off having to do time.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to keep that connection there. I mean, you know, I know some people. You gotta be strong.
Right.
That's what I want to tell people. I gotta be strong because all that, man, I broke down. I had to go somewhere. Well, you ain't have to, bro.
Yeah, and thinking about, these times is what keeps us going with our magazine. Prison World Magazine is a #1 seller on Amazon. It's been #1 since July. It's the #1, it's the #1 bestseller because we give an inside outside perspective. It's not just somebody that's writing, someone that went to college for criminal justice and you're writing all of these statistics and and everything or whatever. We give an inside outside perspective. Okay, we give them entertainment, which a lot of them are lacking in there. There's a lot of fights and discord, or whatever, because they have no outlet. They have nothing to talk about, or whatever. So we give them entertainment. We give them information. A lot of people are coming home. They are now lifting a lot on the criminal justice and reforming prisons and allowing people to be released. Thank goodness for President Obama, allowing people to be released and they're coming home. But what are they coming home to? They need information. Where can they go get a job? Where can they go? What do they need in coming home? Who are the companies that are providing assisted transitional housing? Because everybody coming out, a lot of people with drug offenses, whatever, you can't get housing. They're not going to rent to you. You can't even go into an apartment building because they're not going to rent it to you because of the discrimination, because of your conviction. So they need this information, and that's the type of stuff that we provide in our magazine that a lot of other people aren't providing. They get a Vibe magazine. Who is giving them that information? You're getting entertainment about celebrities that really don't care nothing about you behind that wall.
So we use the prison. We use that time to do something constructive, to do something that we felt would help others.
Right.
So I mean, as far as that, it drew us even closer because that's what we were doing. We were still working together, even though it was behind walls.
Right. And so that's what I'm saying. When we got the honor from Ebony and it brought our marriage into play in that platform.
You tell them people I don't need nobody to be honoring me.
It's hard to give up. It's hard to give up the prison world side because of everything that it's providing and everything that it's doing for inmates and their families. We have so many success stories, and I don't know if you heard about our latest success story, but Sanka Shanghor, who did Righting My Wrongs, he used to write for Prison World Magazine. Wow. When he was in solitary confinement, and now he's a New York Times bestseller. So having that outlet, who else does that? Sports Illustrated, they can get
Sports Illustrated did it?
They can get a Sports Illustrated magazine, but is Sports Illustrated allowing you to write and provide content for them so you could possibly get some type of gauge of what you want to do when you get out? I mean, he shouted us out on Twitter. That is like a big, just saying, oh my goodness, we're doing this for the people, you're so blessed now. Go on. You're living a magnificent life. Your book is being promoted by Oprah and Van Jones, and everything, and all these people. And you used to write for us.
You hating on that man? Don't be hating on that man.
I'm not hating on him. I'm happy for him.
Leave him alone.
I'm happy for him. That's awesome.
Danielle, do you have any questions? Oh, can't hear you. We can't hear you. Are you on?
Come off the back.
Okay.
It all in. I muted just in case, because I have a 6-year-old who. But the question that I have for you is, you talk about the principles of marriage and some things that you did, and learning your husband and understanding like the boundaries for sharing things about finances and having the tough discussions. Where did you learn those skills from? Did you have parents that were together who taught you this, or is this something you just learned while married?
Now let me. I'll let you take the last question. Let me take this one, okay? We both come from 2-parent households. Okay, my parents were together up until the day my dad died. We're together. His parents are still together.
I didn't take that. Okay, then.
Yeah, I said let me take the question. But let's say we come from highly dysfunctional marriages.
You think?
Okay, highly dysfunctional marriages. And
well, let's just say this. I looked at my parents and said what I wasn't gonna do. Let me put it to you that way.
Yeah, that wasn't about to happen. Now, mind you, you are looking at something that's years past slam doors, some
Who was years past? I'm not years past.
Some vile words, some
sound like a ghost or something.
I will leave you in this house.
Right here,
yeah,
right where it's standing.
Right, you can have all of that, and everything. Gone. You must don't know who I am.
You ain't out the door yet.
Yeah, so you're looking at a lot of that's already.
Hell yeah, slam it. Slam the door if you want to.
Yeah,
just get out.
Past all of that, and the working out part. Trust me, the burning in the stomach.
Can we go back to that real quick?
The burning in the stomach and the biting the tongue, and I don't want to talk to you right now. I don't even want to talk to you tomorrow.
I don't know what's wrong with talking to me.
Talk to you tomorrow.
I thought I was a good guy to talk to.
But people who actually stay in that, because a lot of people explode and leave in the midst of that, and you cannot leave in that anger.
I was going 4 times.
You cannot leave in all of, that is going on because you haven't worked out. You haven't come to any resolve. And who is that helping? If you really have someone that is good to you and good for you, and you have one or two issues, are you saying that you can't work through that? Because nobody is perfect.
No, really, the biggest thing is
even if you leave and move on to the next
person,
what
I'm about to say.
You're gonna deal with somebody's issues.
You're gonna deal with
somebody's stuff.
It ain't going nowhere. Yeah. That is the thing about moving on and finding somebody better. Yeah, okay. You got to learn to work with each other, period. That's how we make it to 50 years, 60 years married.
Yeah.
We don't, every 50 years, look, let me tell you, I might as well throw this out there while we on it. Look, quit asking people. I'm not saying the people that's been married less than 20 years don't have some good advice. They may. But I'm telling you, I found the best advice that I could have ever taken from anybody was married over 20 years. Those 20-year marriages have been through some things. So they're going to give you a more grounded solution to whatever you may be facing, because they done been through, they done been through some things. 60 years, 50, oh my goodness, I'm looking like, and y'all still together?
Yeah.
True. Just want to shout out to Leon Henry from England and Andre Harrison from the New York area. Thanks very much, gentlemen, for stopping by. There is a
Hey, England, we're in England because we're
don't be doing no accent.
We're looking to come to England. I'm not the accenter.
Hey, don't be playing with them people.
Okay, we're looking to come to England.
Leon,
where are you in?
He's Southwest Leon. If you can jump on for a sec, he's in London.
London, is that where Rumi's Tavern is? What I was talking about us coming
so
there?
Leon would know more. If you want to jump in for a sec, you can give your what's the GPS of England for us? I will pass in. I like that. I will pass in. I like that. Here we go. And I wonder if he loves his bow tie, so I wonder if he'll have his bow tie for us.
Uh-oh. Here he come. Here come Leon.
Here come Leon. I'm not seeing Leon. I'm not seeing you, Leon. What go on, Leon? Okay, Leon, I'm gonna kick you out. And
maybe it's his Wi-Fi.
Come back in, Leon. I think you were just ready to come in. Hold on. Let's see. We'll wait it out because it is that transoceanic connection. So got to give him a little bit more time since he's not on this side of the world.
You
right?
never.
Here we
kick
go.
Leon. You never kick Leon. Obviously, it's gonna take a while because it's obviously where I am. Obviously, I'm running a lot of stuff. Sister, greetings, salam. Tell me, where was you referring to?
Rumi's Tavern.
Rumi's Tavern. They're talking about setting us something up to come in September for like a bookshop signing, a marriage workshop in London. That's in London, right?
I mean, obviously that's a place. I'm not sure. Rumi's Tavern. Well, have you got some sort of address? That's probably okay. I can find it out. Rumi's Tavern. But that's in central London, wherever it is. I don't think it'd be anything. Rumi's Tavern. Is that a hotel? Is that the title you have? Anything else you can give me?
Rumi's Tavern.
It doesn't ring a bell, but I'm just going to try and find something for... Now, a tavern, obviously meaning.
Hey, man, she might
That's
have it
okay.
all wrong, man.
No, I'm sure that's what they told me.
What a tavern is equivalent to a what we call is it a bar or a pub here, a tavern. So, tavern. But again, that's not a.
Is it Ruby's Cave?
Ruby's Cave. I think not. No, I don't think it's that. Ruby's Tavern. And it's in London? You haven't got an address?
Yeah.
By the way, Leon,
Yeah. Let me see if I can.
they are both fans of Blue Mountain Coffee.
Ooh, yeah.
Ruby's Tavern. Okay, we'll see.
Oh,
Yeah, it's called Rumi's Cave, and it's Wildesdale Lane in London.
That's probably Willesden.
Willesden Lane.
Willesden Lane. Yeah, that's West
WIL.
London.
Yeah,
Willesden.
Lane.
Now we're talking.
Yeah, it's called Rumi's Cave.
Okay. All right, so you're on Willesden. What's the Rumi's Cave?
Man, what my boy type about 90 words?
I know.
I wish I could show you.
Show them how you type there. Show them how you type.
Hey, yeah, y'all want to hear me?
As long as it's accurate and you get your results, doesn't matter how fast it whatever I'm doing it.
I feel you.
oh, man. What has the last 3 years taught you about yourself? What has it taught you about each other?
Oh, I'm about to ask Leon what he done learned. Yeah. What it taught me about myself is I can be patient. I was very impatient.
The last 3 years?
The last 3 years taught me some patience, girl.
I'd say for me, that if you dream it, you have no idea where it could go.
Yeah.
Where it could go. Because like I said, it was just about putting something out. Not knowing what was going to happen with it.
Yeah. Well, that's not what he asked me. What I was finna say. No, I'm saying what I was finna say is not what he was asking. Okay.
Yeah, and I've learned to. I was just having a conversation with him today about just being content. I think, there's so many people chasing and so many people reaching and just doing different things, and I'm actually quite content right now. We travel and we move around so much. I don't think I would want more. It's hard to actually be of competent service to people when you're all over the place.
Competent anyway.
And it's just the two of us. We don't have like this whole big team surrounding us and behind us, and everything. It's just the two of us. So we give all that we have. And in order to do more, and reach more, I would think that we would need more. So I think I'm pretty content, where we are right now.
Yeah, you competent.
I said competent service. Don't let me put another patent in here now. We got some jokes. Okay.
What?
Can I just stop?
Go ahead.
Sorry. Do you want me to show you where it is and what it looks like?
Go ahead.
Sure.
Okay.
Do I need to make your host, Leon?
No. Just say no.
So
that's
that's a practice that I'm trying to share with a lot of people, to sometimes just slow down and live your truth.
Yes.
Man, they need to know. They need to know that one there. Slow it down.
And live your truth.
And just, just be real. So many people want to be more than what they are.
Right. And even with catching up on inmate mail that I was doing today, and I'm going all the way back to March. So we had a lot of mail come in when we were in Dubai, and I'm catching up on inmate mail, and you know, a day to us is just a day.
Okay, that's like the French Quarters or something.
Okay, yeah, that looks like New Orleans or something.
Yep,
yeah.
that's right
Okay. A day to us is just a day, but a day for an inmate waiting on mail is like a month. You know,
Ain't no
waiting.
parking.
And I would never want to give up the time that we have in order to respond or to help people because we're just too busy.
Wow.
Oh, he zoomed in.
Yeah. Maybe they have some parking in the back. All right. Cool.
I see it.
Yeah.
Got a hotel?
That looks cool.
That's actually
I don't know. We'll find some.
That's an apartment building next door to that. Wilson is very, very
okay.
It's very affluent. There's lots of things around there. Predominantly, obviously, Caribbean culture here. Wilson is predominantly black, I should say.
Actually, and that leads.
Didn't I see like Al Baraka next to them? I would think that would be a Muslim spot. Al Baraka. Yep. Yeah. Okay.
Which leads me to an interesting conversation piece. How was it on tour when you were presenting to an audience that didn't look like you, if you know what I mean?
Well, you know, we have given marriage advice to just about every race, ethnicity, religion, demographic, possible age, and whoever was listening, possible. And everybody was pretty much receptive. You know, we didn't get any off the wall questions regarding our religion or why we do certain things or why that's because I told you that we wrote the book from a general principle point of view.
Right, marriage and across the globe, even in Dubai. I mean, marriage issues is the same.
Yeah.
The marriage issues, as far as religion or anything, is common.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're the same with battery in the in the home. The woman talking too much. I mean, other women. I'm talking about other women now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And you know, the more we talk to Christians, the more people invite us to speak to them and everything, because people look at us and they have no idea. One of the first challenges we have, people look at us and they have no idea what we're going to say out of our mouth. I mean, like they have no direction which we're coming from, and then
they got some idea. They just didn't know how it was finna come out.
A lot of feedback that we would get would be, "Oh wow, you guys are good. Like I didn't expect that. Like oh wow."
Somebody told me I was good,
and I can relate to that.
Girl,
what
you need
you
to bottle
said,
that up.
And oh my goodness, you know, that kind of thing. When can we have you back?
Did you record it? I want to hear it again.
I think everywhere that we've been asked back. We did this Sirius XM radio show for Provo, Utah. Now, when I tell people Provo, Utah, it should bring something to mind. That is
Utah.
Mormon country. Okay?
Hey, look, don't be talking about them folk. Them my
Mormon
people.
country. We did the first radio show. It got such rave reviews. We just did the show again back in January, backed by popular demand.
What she said.
Not only,
don't wear it out now.
And not only are we did that radio show for them on Sirius XM Radio, but now we're connected within that family. That's who picked up our season 2 for our TV show. Is that we're doing our TV show is now picked up on a developing network, and it's by the people who developed Owned for Oprah, Paula Dean's network, and Jerry Seinfeld.
I'm gonna be on home.
Yeah, we possibly
could. Call me tomorrow.
We possibly could, because the shows that they actually have on those networks are being looked at by Oprah and her people for it to be picked up for her network. So you know, it's a blessing. So when we tell people that we appeal to everyone, that's not just something that we say out of our mouths, but we can actually point to different places that we have been, people that we have talked to, and everyone. And if you go to our website, there's numerous videos, there's numerous testimonies by everyone, by Christians, Jews, Muslims, Moors,
Moors? Who's that?
The Moors.
Mormon?
No, Moors. Moors. Moors.
S'mores?
You know, everyone that we talk to.
Ain't nobody knows Smurf.
Yeah, and they love to have us because, like I said, we bring a general principle message in regards to marriage. No matter if
the message is leave me alone.
No
when
matter
I'm playing the PlayStation, step back 2 steps.
No matter what doctrine you follow, there are certain things that are going to just mess with you as far as marriage is concerned.
Yeah, quit messing with people then.
Those are the things that we talk about, and those are the things, and that way we relate to people because we feel it's a general message.
Excellent. Well, I just want to shout out to Ahmed Hazel, Danielle Booz has come back, and Colin Porter from Australia, who shared on my men's program a few weeks ago an amazing story that he had never shared before.
Colin. Say hey to the crowd.
Huh? I was going to be in the Olympics in Australia.
You were not.
Huh?
You were
I had
not.
a chance.
You were. No, you did not.
If I had ran the 3.5, I would have made it.
That wasn't happening. Not happening.
Oh well, I'm not gonna have them on for too much longer because they've already went past what they said they would, and I really appreciate it. But if anyone would like to call in and get a seat, and if they have a question about marriage or just what these two wonderful individuals have to say about marriage, some of the challenges they've seen in marriage today, certainly I'm not going to keep them on for much longer. So if you have anything you'd like to share or comment about, make it happen. I'm going to ask maybe 1 or 2 more conversation pieces, and that's it. So make it happen now. Let me ask Rufus and Jenny, do you see, you probably do you see a difference in marriage mindset with younger people?
Oh my God.
Are they?
Yeah,
man,
let me just say this for people who aren't familiar with us. I just dropped our website in the chat, so you guys can go on there and just browse around a little bit. And if you have any questions in regards to the site, you can just hop in and ask us, or you can ask us in the chat, and we'll see it and we'll answer it. But as far as the young people are concerned, Dr. Vibe, we in trouble. We in some serious trouble.
We're trying to scoot them back over to the right track because they're not getting it concerning how important marriage is. Okay, let me just say that. They don't get how important marriage is. But going around the country and speaking, I keep doing it. I'm going to tell you, at one point I was burnt out. I was like, man, I don't know. But a 13-year-old and 15-year-old came to me in Philadelphia and said, I've never heard marriage like that before. I've never heard that. So for those people who maybe don't have getting it at home or whatever, I still continue doing it. That's very important. And the young people don't get it because I think they more so marriage is put off, for the most part, as far as you being too young to be married or whatnot. Well, I don't know where that even came in as far as being too young to get married. Our grandfathers, our great-grandfathers, that's all they did. That's how they made it to 50, 60 years and more.
Right. And we have some tornadoes that we're dealing with.
Everybody ain't ready to get married. Let me say that too.
Some tornadoes of society that is causing a lot of challenges and mindsets for people for not to get married and choosing and saying that they don't need it. Well, if you're not married, then you're truly breaking the foundation of the family, because that's where the foundation of family actually starts. Anything else is abnormal. Shacking up, that's abnormal. Getting with someone just to have a child and then you're not together, that's abnormal.
Dropping in every now and then to see your baby with your baby mama,
because
abnormal.
If the man,
we trying to make it the norm though.
The man goes and has children with other people, and the woman goes and has children with other people, there's no family foundation there, because this person is getting a child at this weekend, this person is getting a child. There's differences in the siblings. They're not sharing the same memories. They're, over at other people's houses and things. And it causes, we've seen a lot of rifts and strifes between siblings. Say, this child's father is more well-to-do, and this child's father is not.
I had that in my family.
Yeah, they're getting all of this from their dad, and this person's not getting anything, and there's jealousy between the two. It causes just a lot of unnecessary situations between families, and
Now,
it's not really building on anything.
But some people get in situations, and we understand that, and you have to separate yourself from a bad situation. Never. I have to make this. I had to put this in because a lot of times people say they'll bring up these subjects, and that's not what we're saying. We're saying that I'm talking about these kids right now. They are not getting the gist of how important marriage is. Period. And we need to do a better job as coming before them to educate them on marriage and how important marriage is, especially in some communities.
And we all know who those communities are.
I don't know the communities.
Yeah, we do.
Oh my! Oh, we won't go there. We won't go there. Danielle is back. Any last? Yeah, we won't. That's next episode. Danielle, do you want to come in for a bit and have any final comments before we let Rufus and Jenny hopefully get some rest?
Yeah, man, she got to be on the road tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll be on the road tomorrow.
Look, woman, I need some rest.
I'm covering a big seminar tomorrow, Paracon. Jay Stone is doing Paracon here in Atlanta. So.
Oh yes. That's going to be huge.
Yeah. So I'm going to be covering that for a little bit in the morning, and then we're going to be out of here because we got to be in Cincinnati on the radio in the morning.
I ain't got to be in Chicago.
Friday morning.
Hey, so the
Friday
question
morning
that I was going to ask, you kind of answered a little
What's up,
bit.
Danielle?
But what's in the horizon in the future? So what are your plans? What's coming up next for you other than what you just mentioned? Any big projects or anything you got going on?
Got that third book.
We are in second quarter of 2016. First quarter was absolutely fabulous.
What was
Fabulous. It was fabulous.
It was all right.
Second quarter, we said that we would work on collaborations. Collaborations is kind of huge with us, with collaborating with people, and so everybody can get a sense of what is needed and how people can come together and work together, because they say, we got issues with working with one another. So collaborations with doing that. We're working on something.
I thought you told me I ain't had no issues no more.
We're not you by yourself. We're working on something with Groupon that hopefully I can announce within the next couple of weeks. That is hopefully, going to go through. We're like behind the scenes right now. We're working on that. And we have our TV show, season 2, debuts in June. Lifestyles of Rufus and Jenny. It's on the Really Cool Humans Network. And if you guys have Roku, Hulu, Chromecast, Apple TV, any of those boxes like that, you guys can go and sign up for the Really Cool Humans Network and catch season 2 on there. And we have our third book coming up.
I already said that. Can you say something else? I said at least one thing.
Surviving business in the 21st century, where we're going to give entrepreneurs tips on how to survive. And we're also going to give that little secret of how we made $1 million in a year.
Oh, I thought you were about to say something else.
I'm not saying we're millionaires. I ain't saying we got that million. So, I ain't got to be calling security and ADT and all them other people, whatever. We ain't got that.
I'm getting the prenup.
But how we made, it's a little late for that.
Huh?
How
It ain't
we
too
made
late.
$1 million in a year, in a 12-month period of time. We're going to be dropping that gem and jewel in that book as well. And of course, some more international travel, which we discussed.
I ain't going overseas no more.
Yeah, you are.
I can't swim.
Yeah, you are. You try to be in the water?
The plane might fall.
Stop it.
If the plane falls, I'm going to have to swim.
Stop
while you're away.
Yeah, I'll put you on my back. Yeah.
Oh,
okay. Our youngest is 22. Our boys are
Girl, them jokers is bye, Felicia.
Yeah, 22, 24, and 26, and they up out of here. Bye.
No, I'm
Anything
excited
else,
to
Danielle?
follow. I'll be definitely following you on social media and keeping up, and maybe I'll be at one of these collaboration events in the future. That'd be awesome. I'm in Virginia Beach, Virginia.
Hey, that's what's
Where are you
up.
located, Danielle? Oh, okay. My old
Hey, we're going to
stomping
Virginia
ground.
Morning Show. When
That
that-
was in Richmond.
Oh,
My old stomping ground. I was stationed in Norfolk. So yeah, and
I knew that was in Richmond. You ain't got girl.
No.
Don't be telling. Why you gotta tell people?
no, we go to many places for you to remember.
I just heard Virginia.
Yeah, you have to catch it in a rewind. So.
Well, when it comes to Canada collaborations, think of me if you want.
Okay.
Look at here.
Okay.
Come on, Doc. I ain't got the DR at the beginning of my name.
Right. I told you we got to get
Yes,
back to
absolutely.
Toronto.
Well, we're going to let you guys go. Again, I always appreciate when you come and share on the show because you make it better. And you do. And
Thank you.
shout it out again. How can people touch base with you guys?
Okay. You guys.
All right, my personal number. I'm coming up. Huh? I was trying to give him some information.
You guys can find us on social media at Rufus and Jenny, pretty much our Facebook fan page, facebook.com, Rufus and Jenny. Twitter, Rufus and Jenny. We have a Pinterest board, which I'm going to be putting some fabulous stuff out there.
Rufus and Jenny. Rufus and Jenny.
Instagram is Triplet World, though, not Rufus and Jenny. It's Triplet World on Instagram.
What?
And our website,
How did that happen?
and JennyTriplet.com. But if you're interested
Yeah.
in the prison side of things, go to prisonworld.info, and you guys can, order a single issue. You can go to Amazon and order a year subscription.
Are you doing the ad again?
Yep. You can gift a subscription to an inmate, which we have so many indigent inmates that can't afford anything, or their families have long since
They're trying to keep that communication, but they ain't got the funds to do it.
Yeah, and so you guys can just
I'm trying to help them out.
drop a gift, and we'll send it to inmates that write in and say, "Can you please send me a free magazine?"
They don't say please do that.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
But do it like your boy.
They actually say please and thank you.
But do it like James Brown did it.
Say it.
Please,
Say it.
please.
Say it.
I just did.
Can I get a promise from you that the next time you come on the show, we can just focus on the prison challenge? Because I know we focused a lot, and rightfully so, on the world of marriage, but you have so much evaluated experience about that environment that would be so valuable to so many people.
Most definitely. We love talking about the prison part of things because, like I said, a lot of people are just not hands-on with it. We are directly hands-on with the inmates. I'm sitting here right now. We're at my desk, and I'm sitting here right now because
I thought that was my desk. Well, my chair over here.
I had a
Put
day
my chair back over there then.
full of trying to get inmate mail together, and I'm sitting here right now mailing out, magazines.
I can't see nothing.
Magazines to inmates. I've got inmate mail, up to my ears and different things.
Do you
And if
think
you
them people
speak-
know what that is?
If you speak to a lot of people who talk on prison issues, ask them, have they ever received a letter from an inmate? Have they ever responded to a letter from an
They
inmate?
gonna say
Have
yes.
they
Yes.
ever been inside the prison?
Yes.
While they sit there and spout off with all the answers, all the smart people with all the answers,
I ain't say I was smart.
have they been on that level
Yes.
where they really, really know
I sure have.
how to correct things that's going on and what the inmates need?
Yes.
No, I don't know too many, and not
Okay.
not too many have been doing it as long and as committed as you two have.
Very much so.
Ooh, I'm just drained.
Very much
I can't do no more.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna let them go. It's Dr. Vibe here. They always make the conversation better. Follow them on Twitter. Follow them on Facebook. They are blessed, highly favored, and a magnet for miracles for hundreds and thousands of
Oh, you
yes,
are
I
so
am so
kind.
kind for people all around the world. And as always, God bless. Peace well. Keep the faith. You can follow me at the Dr. Vibe Show, the DRVIBESHOW.com, and also via Twitter at DRVIBESHOW. Danielle, thanks for stopping by also.
Hey, Danielle, we sure appreciate you, girl.
Thank you, Danielle. See you in
and
Cypress.
love meeting you. Love meeting new faces.